was so scared. My heart was beating out of my chest.
Well, this morning, jurors will continue deciding the fate of Gabrielle Nestande after a very dramatic day in court.
The former Capitol staff worker accused of killing Courtney Griffin in a hit and run took the stand yesterday. Nestande cried her way through testimony as she told her side of the story. Our Sophia Beausoleil is live at the Travis County Courthouse this morning with more. Hi, Sophia.
Good morning. The jury, which is made up of 9 men and 3 women, will continue its deliberations today, starting at 9 o'clock this morning. Nestande took the stand yesterday, and she cried through most of her time during her testimony. Both sides gave emotional closing arguments after she told her side of the story, and prosecutors say the evidence shows the former staff worker clearly had too much to drink before the crash. Nestande's defense team says the prosecution didn't show that Nestande was guilty of intoxication manslaughter of Courtney Griffin. Nestande says she had several drinks hours before the accident, but told the jury she felt okay to drive. She also says she wished she had stayed home that night with her boyfriend. Nestande clenched onto a tissue as she talked about the moment she hit Griffin.
After you picked up your phone from the cup holder,
To see if my mom was dead, and my windshield just shattered. It was just an instant. It was so quick.
This morning we have our legal expert Mindy Montford with us. So the jury is sifting through all the evidence. They even asked for the surveillance video from the Clive bar along with the receipts. What does this mean, especially not having a sobriety test?
Well, and that's a good point. First of all, it's not whether or not she may have been intoxicated. It's was she intoxicated beyond a reasonable doubt. That's a huge burden of proof that the prosecution has to climb over. And by showing the bar tabs, the receipts, the video, that's very circumstantial. And one reason we don't do that in DWI cases. And if this jury finds beyond a reasonable doubt intoxication in such a way, I think that opens the door to a very dangerous precedent on how future DWI cases can be tried by just circumstantial evidence.
You know, the jury was given the case last night at 7. They were hoping to wrap up by 10, didn't. Do you think they're kind of going back and forth because of the fact they don't have that sobriety test?
I think 3 hours is not enough time to even think that they have reached a verdict or are close to a verdict. With this case, you have so many different charges, so many different issues. You've got the reckless standard with the manslaughter. You've got the intoxication issue. You've got whether or not she knew she hit an individual. So many issues. I have a feeling this is going to be, as Judge Sage had said, she thought it was going to be a long night. I think this is going to be a long week.
All right. Thank you so much for being here with us. We're going to have coverage all morning long. You're going to want to go to KXAN.com. We'll have up-to-date coverage as well. Reporting live downtown, Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News.
All right. Fascinating. Thank you so